Hey everybody, how you doing? So I was looking through Twitter and I found this video by June Slater. I'm not going to go through this video unless you want me to. It's just her fangirling out about Nigel Farage in a sycophantic way. Listening to it, I needed to get the sick bag out because it almost had me vomiting the way she was blowing sunshine out of Nigel Farage's arse. But it was this comment that she left to somebody that commented on her video that I found interesting. This one here from this person here, the deep thinker. Are you against Rupert Lowe then? And June Slater says this. I think he's a refreshing change as an MP. So no, I'm not against Rupert Lowe, just disappointed to see him so against the only option that is viable, meaning the Reform Party. Now it seems that June has suddenly just lost all memory of what the Reform Party did to Rupert Lowe only a few months ago, before these council elections. They basically muddied his character. They did a character assassination on him. They smeared him. And they set the police on him. For nothing. For just being critical of Nigel Farage's leadership. Well, lack of leadership, in my opinion. Because Rupert Lowe for months have been trying to, like Ben Habib did before him, trying to get Nigel Farage to democratise the party and to actually come up with some decent concrete policy so they could, become a proper professional party. He suggested that they build a shadow cabinet, spokespeople that could speak on the subjects that the Reform Party need to speak on, get experts in, get people who know their subjects, instead of just Nigel Farage making shit up as he goes along. But of course, Nigel Farage didn't like that because he centralised power around himself, because he's a raving narcissist. And obviously, because Elon Musk had suggested that Rupert Lowe would be a better leader than Nigel Farage, that was the death sentence for Rupert Lowe. And they were just looking for an opportunity to get rid of him. And unfortunately found one. And they made up some bullshit about his staff being harassed by him when it wasn't even him being harassed, and then some trumped up insane charges that apparently Rupert Lowe made violent threats towards the chairman, Zai Yusuf. This was in December, but they didn't report it until 3 months later, which is totally suspect in my opinion. And June's claiming to be a logical person. She obviously doesn't find any fault in that, or think that that's suspicious in any way, or understand why Rupert Lowe would be quite rightly not supportive of the Reform Party leadership. I think he's got a very good reason not to be supportive of the Reform Party leadership, that being Lee Anderson, Nigel Farage, Zai Yusuf, and the rest of them. I think he's got a very legitimate reason, especially when they briefed the press saying that he had dementia, which was a total smear. And the fact that Nigel Farage released the KC report early in order to damage Rupert Lowe. The guy is Nigel Farage is underhanded. And that's why I don't like him. I don't like him. I've said that I separate him from the councillors on the ground for the Reform Party. I hope they will do a good job. I don't think they will, because he's going to have them on a tight rein. Apparently he's already suspended one of the new councillors, so they're already down a councillor because the guy's an idiot. The guy's not a leader. He's just not a leader. He's a moron, an absolute moron. So yeah, June Slater, no clue. She's just a total Reform Nigel Farage fangirl at the best. So in that respect, all logic just goes out the window. She's not capable of looking at the Reform Party objectively and making an informed opinion, because she's bought into the dogma. She's bought into the personality that is Nigel Farage. She's starstruck by him. And so we can just discount anything she says as worthless because she's biased. It's as simple as that. Anyway, that's all I've got to say on June Slater. She's... what do you say about the woman? She's... I don't know. Anyway, Hope you're having a good evening. This is Vindicator, signing off.